Hello, and welcome to your introduction into your course. Today, I want to show you what we will be using for the remainder of the school year so that you have a great understanding of how to navigate through this class. I know that it can seem a bit overwhelming because it is flipped, but you'll get used to it. So, first things first, we will be using Schoology for our classroom. You have already received your login code or your sign in code, and you want to sign up using that particular code that was handed to you. So, what you'll do is you will type in www.schoology.com. Once you put that in, you should come to a page that looks like this. You would then want to proceed to sign up and then student. Please follow all of the prompts to help you get in. In this case, I've already signed up, so I'm going to log in to my account. Once you get in, if you do not see this as your home page, then what you want to do is click on the word courses and then click on your particular course. In this case, I will use the environmental science sample class, to show you what you will need to do. So every day upon entry into the class, you're going to log into your Schoology account. Once you get into your Schoology account, you want to open up your daily agenda. When you open up the folder, you are going to see some information on the inside. I will show you in a little bit the information that you will see. So you'll go to your daily agenda. After that, then you might want to begin on your class starters. Depending on where you are, you may want to check your progress for the class. Every day that you come into the class, I will have your public progress tracker displayed on the board. It's simply something to let everybody know where they are and also me so that I can assist you as best as possible in your journey to success. If you are ever confused, you do have the option to open up your student progress tracker where you will be in charge of keeping track of your progress. I will keep track of the public progress tracker, but you will have the autonomy to keep track of your progress as well. And that does help out the process. Okay. And so then after that, again, if I want to go back, I just can click that environmental science. Then you want to go to your class starter. Everybody in the class, we will always start together. And then after we have our class starter time, which is usually the first 10 minutes of class, after I go over the announcements and kind of get a feel for where everybody is, then I'll say, okay, class, go do what you need to do for the class. Now, how do you know what you need to do? So first, you'll have your student tracker. Then what you're going to do is go into your unit resource folder, and just depending on where you are in the student tracker will determine what assignments or what is it that you need to be doing in that particular class period. Because again, at the end of it, we all have goals. So I always like to say it doesn't matter where you start. It really matters where you end. So we're all going to end together because we do have some time frames here, but we'll all in the middle have some ideas and autonomy of how we want to do those things. So you would go into this unit resource folder, and once you open up the folder, it will have, in this case, we're going to start with lab safety. So it'll have like a folder with the topic, and then once you open that folder, in this case, there are a few things in here. It will have materials. So if it's a PowerPoint, it'll say, PowerPoint, meaning something that you have to go over. If it's an assignment that you have to turn in, you're going to see this little icon, meaning it's something that you have to turn into the class. I will have videos uploaded in here for you. There will be a plethora of things for you. And as we go through the process, you're going to understand it and become more comfortable and more comfortable with each unit. And it's okay. Like, we're in this together. And so, just depending, some days we'll have materials that will go into our science notebooks. Some days you all will have to do some peer review / discussion boards with your group. So again, it's going to be a highly interactive class. It's not about me. This is all about you and what you can do and what you can show. So what I do want to show you is how my classroom used to be set up. So I'm just going to randomly pick one. I guess we'll choose this. So normally when you would come in, yours is going to say daily agenda. And the way that works is you'll have a link here and it will take you to an agenda. I already know that you're looking and you're like, oh, nothing's here. But I assure you that something is. What I always like to remind students is that this is a courtesy window. Things are not always going to populate in this window. Okay, it's like a preview. Sometimes the preview works, sometimes it doesn't. But here is the link. So you would then click on this link. Make sure that you're signed into your Google account. Otherwise, it won't open up because it's a Google Doc. And then you would make a copy, and it's going to take you to my digital classroom. Once you get into my digital classroom, you will see what is it that we're doing for the day. What are our outcomes? What do you have to turn in, if anything? Our quote of the day. And then, but most importantly to you would be your classroom agenda. So you want to open up your classroom agenda. And you probably want to open this one up all the way. Um, so you won't have to make a copy of this one. I will make it to where it'll just open up straight for you all. But then this is going to tell you what is it that you have to do for the day. Be set up a little bit differently here, but it will go through, and again it'll talk you through everything that we're doing for the class for the day, any videos that you may need to watch. It'll always tell you like exactly like what is it that you need to be working on, but you will use your your student tracker to kind of help guide you through that process. And then we always end up with a quote, but remember that I am always going to be here to help you through this process. All right, so enough of that. I don't want to get too far down into it. And again, you'll have your class starters. The class starters will be arranged in numbers of 1 to 5. You would open it up, and I will always tell you what day we're on, and then you would do the class starter for that particular day. All right. And then we'll go, there'll be another video on how to do class starters. So that's not for this particular video. All right. And then, like I said, when you have time to do your science notebook, I will have everything in there. So everything is going to be at your fingertips and certainly will be at your disposal. So that will be fine for you. So again, here you will come in, go to your daily agenda. You can start on your class starter, but if you want to know where you're at, you can go to your progress tracker, but I will display a big one on the board. Anytime I have any announcements for you all, it will fall under the daily agenda, or I will have it actually on the agenda, my announcement that I have for you. And then again, this is where you're going to be finding your student content. These last 3 folders are all where your content can be found. So happy learning. And remember that I am just one email away. I am probably 3 steps away. Anything that you need to be successful, just come, just talk to me. And I think that you are going to enjoy this class and you're going to enjoy the way you start learning. All right. Bye-bye, class.